Hello, welcome to Algorithms. My name is Saurabh, and today we are going to discuss about designing a business-driven security program. So this is a framework, and now rather than going through each of the section, the most important thing is to first understand questions that this framework addresses. For instance, do we treat cybersecurity risk as a business risk? Does management understand that they must be part of the decision making process for managing the information assets? Does our security program align and support our business goals? How integrated is information security as a part of our corporate culture? Uh, have we identified our most valuable business processes and the data that enables them? Do we know where the data is stored, who is accessing it, when and how they access it? How are our third party suppliers at managing and protecting the information we provide them? How do we know what they meet, that they meet our requirements and standards for information security? Are we compliant with all applicable laws and regulations? How do we evaluate the strength and effectiveness of our security posture? What are the deficiencies that exist in our system? How often do we do that, and how do we address any kind of weakness identified? How do we monitor our system? How does our threat intelligence system looks like? What is our plan for responding to a data breach? Do we have tested plans for the recovery of our systems in the case of disaster? These are the key questions that this framework addresses. And as we know that framework, especially this kind of, has got both top down as well as bottom up approach. Top down is required because unless you have a strategy and sponsorship, it will be very difficult to start from physical security and continuity and then go to the go about securing information assets by deploying the right security controls, user management, and infrastructure and application security. And for that, the security awareness has to be there throughout the business, not just at the top layer or executive layer, but those who are managing it, not just from the security team, but within your development team, like whole of IT, they have to be equally aware. So that awareness is very important, because and that's one of the reason why DevSecOps and other areas are emerging, so that they integrate security in different aspects of the system rather than doing it at the end of the process. Risk management, business drivers. So you need to understand what needs to be secure, why does it need to be secure, and what priority, how much or how little security is good enough, and how do I need to spend when it comes to security. We think that every system has to be secured in the same manner, but at the end of the day, since we are limited by budget and the resources, so we need to look at our most valuable assets and then prioritize them when it comes to security, and where do we need to implement these controls. Because if you are on cloud, or if you are using cloud tools to manage your environment, every time you use a new feature you have to pay the cost. So you have to make sure that your security program and the framework that you are managing is tightly is fine tuned, and it is actually addressing exactly the business goals you have. At the same time, it is securing your environment. Now you need to measure the success of your program as well, both operational and strategic success. Now, from the security operations perspective, uh, you have to have a clear idea about security event and threat management, investigation and resolution of security alerts and incident, security incident management, vulnerability management, security awareness and training, third party risk management, systems development and implementation. Once you have these once you have the awareness and these questions addressed from the different areas, whether it is user management, infrastructure and application security, physical security and continuity. One of the challenges, as I explained in my previous presentations about the collaboration of integration of physical security and cyber security. And since there is so much there are so many duplicate processes, that is causing more overhead to the finance organizations plus other organizations as well. And that has to be addressed when you are designing your security program, because now we are in the age of digital. We have to make sure that we are not isolating our physical security with the cyber security. We need to have one roadmap that addresses both, and the tools that we implement going forward has to address both the areas, so that you can reduce the alert workload, so that you can minimize the process and increase the process efficiency from the production efficiency perspective as well as allocation efficiency perspective. Security metrics, you have to measure the different security metrics or KPIs that you, depending upon which sort of business you are in, so that you know that you are effectively managing the risk and you are getting a good picture of the critical assets in your organization. At the same time, you will be able to provide justification for the information, for the investment that you are doing in securing your business assets, and then how well aligned in your security program is with the organization goals and objectives. So metrics are important aspect. Now, what sort of metrics you need to implement? I'm going to explain it one of our series with exact key performance indicators, because nowadays we don't get to see key performance indicators when it comes to security apart from the basic ones. And I think those are the areas we need to innovate more, and we need to come up with the hierarchy of key performance indicators, so that we can drill down and make it very easy for our security staff plus our executives to understand the complete security landscape within the organization from the program perspective as well as from the risk management perspective. So as I said, monitoring and review is important, as well as security awareness, because unless we have a security, we may have a very strong program, but there will be glitches in the implementation because people will not have enough awareness. And this awareness can be spread by spreading the right training, or training people and educating them, not just the security team but overall organization. And that's where I guess there are a lot of companies who are taking initiatives, whether it is AWS, whether it is Azure or Google Cloud. They are coming up with the programs where they are educating their customers as well. We at Algorithms, we have come up with this initiative to educate people, and we are providing this content free of cost on the YouTube. So if you are watching this, please make sure you like it, subscribe it, and share with your colleagues or your friends, those who are interested in the field of security, or those who are running teams or managing security teams or SOC. They are going to get a lot of benefit and value out of these presentations. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, please drop in the comment section. Have a great day.